Ladies and gents, help me welcome Nasty C.
947.
Hey everyone, this is Mantsoe from Fresh on 947, and today is a very exciting day. We are still locked down, but I get to sit down and chat to someone that's well on his way to a GOAT status of his own. At age 23, award-winning artist, absolutely groundbreaking, game-changing moves, and actor. I think we can add that because 2020 has proven to be his year. Ladies and gents, help me welcome Nasty C. I'm adding actor. I don't know about you, but I think that's where we see you now.
Nah, don't add actor.
So, am I right in saying that 2020 for you was a year of growth in more aspects than just rap music?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I definitely got a lot of time, especially with like this quarantine thing. I got a lot of time to myself to try out even like a bunch of other huge stuff, like non-music related stuff, you know?
With the great year that you're having, and obviously we all know the world is in lockdown right now and everything that's happening, how have you been keeping up?
I've been good, man. I've been keeping myself busy, like, as much as possible. Like, staying in studio, staying on my laptop the whole time. Like, I'm even trying out different stuff, like coding and stuff now. Like, I'm making apps and all that type of stuff. Yeah, just to make sure I stay inspired.
Yeah.
Like so I don't go stale.
So the year is 2014, 2015, maybe for others 2016 if they lived under a rock. But we get introduced to you in South Africa. Here's this kid, he's from KZN, Nasty C, and it's absolutely pandemonium when you break into the scene. Has the plan 5 years later panned out the way you expected?
For 5 years, definitely,
Yeah.
Definitely.
So back when you started, you were like, in 5 years, I'm international, that's it.
Yeah, I had that. It had to happen. It had to happen in 5 years.
Okay, so we obviously, like I said, we've mentioned your growth. Over the years, we've seen you've released Bad Hair. This is all after, obviously, your mixtapes. Bad Hair Extensions, where you featured French Montana. You came back with your second album, Strings and Bling. You brought us A$AP Ferg. And now with your album that we're all excited to hear, Zulu Man with Some Power. We see you feature an artist that you've openly said has inspired you to get into rap music. T.I., we see the likes of Ari Lennox, we see the likes of Lil Keed. How difficult was it to, firstly, it is keeping up because it's kind of expected now for you to have some international act in your albums, but how difficult is it getting those people to work with you?
It isn't at all. Lucky for me, all of them reached out to me. It wasn't the other way around.
Nice.
You know, T.I. heard about me when he was here in South Africa, and then with the other cases, I have a lot of people that I work with that side, so like word gets around and stuff like that. And then whoever hears about me just either hits me up like on Instagram, that's what they used to do. If not, like they'll hit one of my A&Rs that side and they'll get in contact with me. And then they'll put us on like a Zoom call, we'll chop it up and then decide what we're doing next.
That's dope.
But it's not hard though.
Okay, so then you start Tall Rex Records, right? Groundbreaking, you bring us Rolene, you guys come in with SMA, everyone is in their fields. Then the biggest news, I think, in African hip-hop, or SA hip-hop maybe, to date, you signing to Def Jam, the Def Jam Records. How does it feel when you get approached? Because these are now people that you've watched all your life and you've listened to all your life growing up as a kid, and now you're asked to be in the same space as those people. As an artist and as a kid that grew up seeing this happen around you, how does it feel for that moment where someone or some people on a level that high is interested in working with you?
It feels good, you know? Especially because like we know all the work that they've done in the game already. Like, decades before I was even born, these guys already made legends. So it definitely is a good feeling, man.
So we know your sound as the fans at home, and I think the fans that you're now obviously garnering and garnered in the States and other parts of the world kind of have an idea of your sound. But I'll tell you, I've listened to your singles that are out from your upcoming album. Something is happening and something has happened. How would you say this album has fared or will be faring compared to your other albums? Because something is happening. And it's nice to witness, by the way.
I was very, thank you, I appreciate it. I was very, very, how did I say this? I was very open to experiencing and really just like trying out new things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like traveling so much, I experienced so many different things, and I experienced music in different ways altogether. So I just tried to incorporate that in my music, just to kind of show my growth, you know, as an artist, you know, but also just like making good music. Like my ear for good music is developing every single time. You know? So you guys can definitely expect something fresh in there, a breath of fresh air. Some of it is making me nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but it's exciting, like it's exciting.
Listen, it's exciting for the fans to hear it, but also you're young, you're ridiculously talented, and I think I speak for everyone when I say we're all proud of you. But also a lot of your peers, I imagine, look up to you. A lot of people that you grew up with look up to you. In your song, you say you go back home to inspire your boys. These are people that know you before we know it, Nasty C, right? Do you feel pressure then with, outside of fans, people that know you on a personal level? Do you feel pressure to excel beyond just doing it for you? Do you feel like also in the industry, since signing to Def Jam, there's pressure for you to do great?
Nah, there's not that kind of pressure like this time. The type of knowledge that I gained like throughout the years, like I'm not one of those guys that's like afraid to fail or afraid to come in second or whatever. Like I'm not that type of person. I like doing something new and doing something that no one else has done. So it doesn't matter how long it takes me. It doesn't matter if I do it at a certain magnitude or whatever. Like accomplishments are accomplishments for me. From where I come from, being here is insane to even think of. So I don't get that type of thing.
And I think you speak for a lot of artists and a lot of young people that come from hoods in South Africa when you say where I come from. It's wild where you're going now and where you are already. Compared to where you come from.
Yeah, you just have to be grateful for the blessings and just keep moving one step at a time.
Yeah. Okay, now this past week you do a crazy thing. You polarize the country in 1:50 seconds. You rap in Zulu, something that no one saw coming now. Was this an intentional move? Is this you saying, you haven't seen other layers of Nasty C, and this is what I can bring more than what you know to the table?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. It's something that I've always been doing, but just like teasing my fans. Like I've always just done it on Instagram, maybe on YouTube a little bit, but I've never really made an official song and put it out like officially as a established artist or whatever. So yeah, I guess in a way, it is like a way for me to tell people that I have many different styles. Like I can do this thing in many different ways. But also, I just wanted to take my time with that type of thing. If I had done that like a year or 2 years earlier, like it would have just been a moment for a second, and then it would have just been like, okay, cool. You know, on to like the next thing. But this time, I tied it around something even bigger than me. Like I'm pretty much just like, with the title of the album on its own, I'm pretty much just like self-proclaiming like to be an ambassador for Zulu people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it came at the perfect time. Like I'm doing it to prove something. I'm not just doing it just because.
I was actually coming to that. Like you have a brand new album. Obviously, even going as far back as just centering yourself as a Zulu man and claiming your power and saying this is who you are. You've now signed to an international record. So you've almost done something that people kind of walk away from. Like now that I'm on this stage, I need to be more, and you embracing that to make yourself different. Was that an intentional move as well, like you're saying?
Yes. That whole thing was inspired by No ID. So the first time we met, we really spoke a lot about just like music and culture and whatever. And then we were like, okay, cool, we're gonna work. So fast forward a couple months later, which is early 2019, like January or February or something like that. I go to LA for like a month and we're just doing studio back to back, right? And I'm just like soaking up games. I'm just listening to everything he's saying, like I'm really just like dissecting it, you know? And he mentioned something that really sparked the idea of, that sparked the whole idea of Zulu Man with some power. He really spoke about, like he made an example with the whole Snoop thing, right? Snoop came from the West Coast where it was cool to have long hair as a guy that's braided with like pom-poms or whatever. And it was cool to wear colorful clothes and ride bicycles, like little funny glittery bells and stuff like that. But he transitioned from being just a local artist in the West Coast to being like known across the states. He had to go to New York, some of the like most gangster cities, and he had to still be himself and represent where he comes from. And when he said that to me, I was like, that's how you do it. Like, that's how you really become like a mogul, like an icon. Like, really carry what you really are. With none of this rap stuff, it's cool to just be a rapper and cool and that. But then you're just gonna be another one. Like, you have to stand up. And then from there, I think I got the album title, the whole thing, and it just changes the way I think, like, completely.
How does it feel to be Nasty C right now? You've grown, and I think I've interviewed you twice or three times before, but something is so different, and I'm listening to you now and I'm watching you on screen, and it's almost like a moment of sheer pride. I won't lie to you, because it just feels like I'm looking at someone that has come to, not even just as an artist, but as a person, has come to know themselves. Where are you right now with life in general?
I'm in a very good space. I'm in a very good space right now, man. Everyone around me is happy. The people that matter to me, that I love the most, are all happy. We're all excited for the new journey. It almost feels like the first chapter of my life, of my career, just came like full circle.
Yeah.
The guy that inspired me to pick up a pen is finally the guy that like can't stop talking about me and like is checking up on me and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, when I get like a phone call from him, I'm still like, what the hell is going on right now? You know? So it feels like I'm starting this new cycle now, and I'm excited for it. I know it's gonna be rocky. I know it's gonna be crazy, but like, I'm excited for it. I'm in a very good space right now.
If I don't do this, the team will kill me. And I know we're talking about Zulu Man with some power, but everyone asked me to thank you for Legendary on Strings and Bling.
Appreciate it. It's honor.
That album is still like, it's got a very special place in our hearts in the team. So everyone was like, Pout, when you do the interview, thank him for Legendary.
Thank you guys for all supporting, man.
Yes.
You guys have really been riding with me. You really got to see me grow, like, still getting to see me grow. That's crazy.
And that's why it feels so nice, and it feels so good. And it's so nice when you see people do what they said they were going to do, right? And it's so great to see people even go beyond what you expected of them, and just live their dream. And you are the epitome of that. And it is so inspiring on a crazy level. And I hope you know that, no pressure, but you are it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you guys, man.
We love you. Thank you so much, Nasty, for hanging out. Please keep safe during lockdown. We really hope we can chat again. We can't wait to bump the music at 947 because we know we love it. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And I hope that beyond what you've achieved now, your even wilder dreams come true in your personal life, in your career. We hope to see you on the road soon. We hope you bring the Iverson tour after this, because the fans are waiting, and I'm the fans. So hopefully there's plans for that after all this madness.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nasty C. Good luck with everything and your new family at Def Jam. We are rooting for you.
If you love Joburg, 947 loves you. 947